We're sitting here, part of Palapa Tours. We're on one of the boats called Lila. And Moana's out in the water right now, and Palapa Tours is basically a floating tiki bar on the Ottawa River. When you think about Palapa Tours and the theme of the boat, it reminds you very much of the tropics. It reminds you of that nostalgic experience that you had when you were last down in the Caribbean, or maybe Mexico, or maybe French Polynesia. So it's a combination of everything, and the word Palapa. Gabby, my business partner, comes from Mexico City, and a palapa is one of those giant thatched umbrellas that you reserve on the beach. And when you look at our boat, that's what it is. It's a giant thatched umbrella, and you're going on a tour with that. So how I got started with Gabby and Palapa Tours is a little bit of an interesting story. I grew up always going down to Lake George and having a lot of fun with a lot of my friends there. One of my friends owns a hotel, or his parents own a hotel. And Labor Day weekend 2019, there was a posting of a tiki boat in Lake George. And I was like, wow, that is so cool. Ottawa needs something like this. So a few hours later, I was down in Lake George. Like I packed a suitcase, I went down to Lake George, and I was on the dock talking to the manager of the business, and they weren't doing any more tours. And I said, well, where did you get the boats? How did you build it? Give me more information. And at that point, he says, well, in fact, the guy in Connecticut who runs a tiki boat business is selling his boats. Maybe you want to talk to him. So I called the guy up in Connecticut, which was another 3.5-hour drive, and he basically said, if you're here in the morning, I'll take you out for a cruise. So sure enough, Labor Day Sunday, I was in Connecticut on a tiki boat, and 15 minutes into the cruise, I said, deal done. I want both your boats, and I'm really excited. And I asked them, I said, finish off your season, store the boats until the spring, and then I'll come pick them up. We'll figure out the logistics and the details. Came home, built out a website, super excited about everything, and then two things happened. First thing that happened is I got a call from Transport Canada saying, great website. We're very familiar with those American tiki boats, but, just wanted to inform you that they're not allowed in Canadian waters. And I was like, why not? Says, well, just the way they're constructed. It's basically a floating dock, and it's not to Canadian standards. So kind of, took the wind out of my sails, per se. And then the second thing, of course, is rumors of COVID started hitting the airways, and then full-on COVID in 2020, and lots of delays. I had met my business partner, Gabby, and we started talking. I told her about the idea. She said, that's so cool, let's do it. And we worked with a naval architect and engineers and spent a lot of hours designing out. We wanted to stay with the octagonal shape of our boats versus, just getting a pontoon and throwing some thatch on it. And, the Palapa Tour business was birthed, and we were really excited. And of course, COVID caused a lot of delays and slowdowns, but we did finally get into the water last Labor Day weekend. So kind of from Labor Day to Labor Day, we splashed into the water with great success. The clients, we had a lot of bookings, and then this is our first full season in Ottawa, and the response has been fantastic. Palapa Tours is a floating tiki bar, but we can customize and cater the experience to anybody's needs. Weddings, bachelorette parties are very popular, and it's a very different experience in the morning versus in the evening. So the daytime cruises, obviously, you have that whole tropical flair. You got the sun coming down, tropical music, drinks are flowing. And at night, Ottawa is such a beautiful city, all lit up, the lights glistening off the water, and going down the river to Rouge-Cartier, where the Gatineau side did a great job, and it's a whole different experience at night. There's no wind, so the water's just like crystal clear glass, and very, very neat. So we have a lot of people who've come during the daytimes, and they rebook to come in the evening. And the last thing that I'll mention is that we also have specialty cruises. Toggling between Monday and Thursday nights, we'll do Latina nights, where it's all Spanish music. We'll do an 80s night, one of my favorites. We'll have a country night, and we even have an open mic night where, local artists are welcome to come and perform for our clients on the boat and work for tips. Every Wednesday night is karaoke night. So we have people coming and singing their hearts out and just having a heck of a time singing karaoke in the middle of the Ottawa River. So it's a cool experience. And of course, course, throughout the summer, there's fireworks. So from Canada Day to when the casino does their fireworks presentations, we have fireworks evenings where boats are allowed on the water, but they stay on one side of the bridge, and quite a spectacular sight to see fireworks off the water. And we're a fun boat. We're very community oriented. That nothing but 5-star reviews, and that's just thanks to our staff. We have an amazing staff. Gabby and myself, it's a family business. All of our kids work for us, and we have some amazing staff and other captains that are outside of our family that just really make Palapa Tours what Palapa Tours is.
My name is Noah Karpishka. I work at Palapa Tours. I work as ground crew, so I restock the boats, work the kiosk, and I work the booth in downtown. It's located right beside the Chateau Laurier, where I hand out brochures and help people book. I was super excited to work here as I didn't really have a summer job before this, and this would be the perfect experience if I ever wanted to move up in aquatic related activities or jobs. The most fun part of my job is the people around me who are super friendly, the environment. I love putting smiles on people's faces. The outdoors are so amazing. I love it. That's why I love this job.
It's great to be involved in something that everybody's excited to be a part of. From the first time you step on the boat and seeing the thatched roof to the beauty of the bar and the odd shape of the boat that it is an octagon. A lot of planning went into that. We want to be that visual eye candy on the water. In fact, what I tell most people, and it's true, they experience it themselves, we're probably the most photographed boat on the water. There's a lot of people who live in Ottawa who've never been on the water, who've never enjoyed the water. And it's a way to get out on the boat and enjoy the scenery of what Ottawa has to offer. It's a 90-minute all-inclusive vacation getaway without ever leaving Ottawa. And it's exciting. Everybody that comes and visits us is happy. It's one of the best jobs out there. I love being on the boat. I love taking people out. They're excited. We're playing tropical music, and we're working hard to give that Caribbean flair or Hawaiian flair to the experience right here in Ottawa, outside of the capital, on the water. So it's pretty exciting.